Hello again, everyone. Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Racing 2003 season and the 2019 mod with the 2020 cars. And we are here at the 1 mile Magic Mile at New Hampshire International Speedway. And on the pole in the number 27 Toyota is Brandon in that wreckingandracing.com podcast Toyota. Head on over to wreckingandracing.com if you want a new NASCAR podcast to listen to. And we are ready for 30 laps here. It's a 300-mile race, down to 30 laps for 30 miles, and we are on the outside behind the Menards Ford of Matt DiBenedetto. Really slow start. We were actually able to start the race in third gear. As far as fuel is concerned, we're right on the limit. 31 laps in the tank with 30 laps of the race. As long as we can be a little bit conservative over the course of a few laps, we will not have to come down to pit road. But what we do need to do is get to that middle lane. There's some progressive banking here at New Hampshire right along the bottom where the apron meets the racetrack is much flatter than that second groove. The second groove allows the car to pivot much better. So we'll see what we can do here in this outside. Still the Ryan Priest to our inside. We've got Ryan Blaney to our inside and John Hunter Nemechek to our rear bumper. We're just looking for any space that we can get. That 34 of Michael McDowell is really peeing on the wheels of progress here. We're not able to really get down, but I think we'll be able to complete the pass here and finally able to get the power down. And on the inside of the 21, can we look to the inside of the 19 at Truex? Just a little bit. We can sort of de-wedge the car a bit by straddling that dotted white line and get the car to turn a little bit better. But as far as dive bombing into turn 3, we're not set up quite yet to get that position on the 19. The straightaways are where we're going to be doing most of our passing, I believe, as the gearing in this car is really good on acceleration. And we'll look to the inside here, 3 wide under the 19 of Truex and diving into turn 1 under the 42 of Kenseth. Little loose catching the car. Luckily we weren't on the bottom. That thing would have really went around had we not had any banking to help us. But under the 17 of Buescher as well, setting up Keselowski. And it looks like Kevin Harvick is the leader up there with Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin, but Brandon is gone. Starting on the very front row, he was able to really put the power down and go. He's already through the middle of turns 1 and 2. So fighting back in traffic is going to be difficult to make up. But once we're clear, I think we might be able to make up some time. But there's Brandon in the middle of turn 3 and 4 right there. And we're just coming off of turn 2. Choosing our battles a little bit better here. I know Keselowski was going to move down to the bottom. We're on the inside of Bubba Wallace in that 43 STP Chevy. And getting that power down. Getting a little bit of pull off of William Byron here. Drafting not so important, but it does help just a skosh. I'm not going to throw it to the wayside. That is for sure. Get the power down and under the 2. This will set up nicely and under the 88 as well. I'm going to try. Nope. He moves down to that middle lane under his teammate of Jimmy Johnson. The 3 Hendrick cars running right in front of us here. So we'll be able to get to the inside of Bowman here, but not far enough. We'll roll out and let Bowman stay in that middle groove. Single file is where we really need this race to go. The leaders are single filed out now with Hamlin and Harvick. And it looks like these guys are starting to single file out as well. We'll be able to late break just a bit, get under the 88 and pass 2 cars here. Bowman fights back on the high side, however. He's looking spirited there. And once again, double wide in front of us. No real place to go. If Byron is going to run that bottom under Almirola, we'll follow him through and try to set him up on the straightaway. We're clear off corner exit, though. We can get out to the wall and carry just a little bit more speed than these guys, but really nowhere to go. That bottom groove right by the yellow line where Clint Boyer's running is, spin out in front, and that is Brandon. Looped it around. Byron. So it didn't look like Brandon had any damage. But this will be interesting for sure. We may come to pit road. We're a little short on fuel, so we'll see what we can do here under the caution. We'll be back for the green. Coming into the stall, we will do right side tires only and just get a skosh of fuel. We'll look and see what these other guys do. Looks like their right sides will be up, and we'll look for any left side tires that are going on. Looking to the left, it looks like William Byron took 2 tires. Everyone is slow getting out of their pit stalls. We're going to make up a ton of space. We'll see if we can get in front of Reddick there. I think Reddick did get us off of pit road and tries to shove us out onto the racetrack. But looking at this, I think this is a really good gain for us. We took 2 tires and now we're running in 5th position. So we gained 6 spots on that exchange. Very nice. Looking much better for that restart, so we will be back shortly. Getting ready for the start, and the best part about this single file restart is everyone is already single file and we can put the hammer down. These guys are really slow into Kyle Busch just a little bit. The 47 tries to go under Hamlin, and we've already made up a few spots, and there's Brandon on the inside as well under Kyle Busch in 4th and 5th, trying to make up those spots. But we've got the gearing to get us down these straightaways much better than these other guys for sure. So in just 1 lap time, we've made up 4 spots, and oh, it looked like the 47 into the 11 there on the exchange. I don't know if Brandon got into them a little bit and forced them up the racetrack, but going for the lead here at New Hampshire, all we needed was some track position, and now we can open this thing up and let the car go. And yeah, we are clear of Harvick. Brandon fighting to the inside of Harvick. He should clear him on the backstretch, and indeed he does. And now it's all eyes out in front here and try to put down some good laps. Now, Brandon was a rocket off of the initial start, that is for sure. I don't know if he changed 2 or 4 tires, but with that 360 spin, I know he at least took rights. So his right side should be up to the challenge. Don't know about his lefts, but he closed up a lot in the middle and exit of the turn. And running identical setups, we're going to gap the field down these straightaways. And Brandon looking to the inside there, car washed up just a little bit. He's got a fender on us. We'll roll that outside. And another lap in the books. Sort of overdrove turn 1 just a little bit. It's tough to get the braking down and get slowed down enough when he's right on a rear bumper. We don't want to brake check him and cause any contact. And it looks like he was looking to the outside, maybe trying the outside, tries the diamond. He gets his left sides down there on the flat part of the racetrack, into the wall just a skosh. No worse for the wear. That slowed him up just a little bit. And it looks like his car is really free. Looking in that mirror, that rear end is kicking out a bit in the middle of the turn. It may help him get down these straightaways quicker, but we've got a little bit of a gap now. Looking in the back at Harvick, he's kind of holding station. He's definitely dropped back, but he doesn't seem to be falling back anymore. And driving as hard as we can here to keep Brandon behind us and keep those AI cars behind us as well. I don't believe any lap traffic will pop up here. This being a short race, only 30 miles, the lap cars won't have a whole lot of time to get themselves back around the racetrack. Brandon washed up just a little bit in turn 3 and 4. He may be really driving hard into the corner. So maintaining that gap really well. Car's a little free on corner entry at Bob just a little bit. Brandon is really driving in hard and letting the car get up to that third or fourth groove. And then he cuts to the bottom, and I think he's using that flat part of the track to really get the car to turn. We're staying pretty much in the middle. Brandon stayed in the middle of that groove as well. Another lap down, and I do not see Kevin Harvick behind us at all anymore. So we've really gapped these guys thanks to our gearing. We're able to get off the corners, but another yellow flag. So we're racing back to the yellow. We should take this yellow under are on the lead, and they're in turns 3 and 4. The middle of 3 and 4 were some skid marks left over from whatever happened. So yellow flag back out, and I do not believe we are going to pit this time. So we will re-rack them up and see you for the green. Pace car is off. We have clean racetrack in front of us. We need to get a good start here on the green. Green flag is out, and away we go. And Brandon and I get a monster start, and already those AI cars are a few car lengths back already. Really drove into turn 1. Cold tires aren't gripping as well as I would hope, and Brandon has a fender on us going down the back straightaway. He's right there. We'll have to give him the line. And it looks like the cars behind us are side by side as well, so we can drop in behind and press the attack now. Getting to the end stages of this race, and really no threat from behind, so it's all attack. We'll try to roll this dotted line. Brandon gets up the track a bit, cuts down to the bottom. It looks like he's doing the diamond method, and oh, he almost lost it getting off the corner. That rear end was definitely happy off the exit. We made up a little bit of time here. We just need to make sure that we can keep on the bottom as best we can. He almost got out into the wall. Let's keep the pressure on and see if we might be able to force a mistake here. He's entering the corner really wide. We can cut the entry and middle a little bit better. And we pull off even on the corner exit right behind him. We are in a really good spot here. Brandon drove a little bit into the corner. We've got a fender. Oh, he comes down on us just a little bit. We have to get out of his way. That really killed a lot of forward momentum here. Let's see if we can get it back under braking. Ooh, car's really loose. That was about as hard braking as I could get in it. We'll diamond the corner as well. Car's starting to push from corner exit, which is going to kill our entire straightaway speed. And yeah, just turning to the right, and the car is starting to really push out. Really driving as hard as we can here. He's not really pulling away, more maintaining. And there we go a little bit. Nice. Yeah, we couldn't really get the power down. We were good on braking. The car really pivoted going in, which is what we need as he's taking a wide entry. If we could just get our car beside, we may not have the drive off the corner. Brandon into the wall a ton. Maybe that's going to slow his momentum down a bit. Unfortunately, unlike iRacing, the right front damage probably isn't factored into 2K3 here. Using that middle groove to try to get the car to turn. He got a good launch off of turn 2 there. Yeah, our entry is pretty solid, but it's from that middle off where we really lose all of our time. Haven't given up a ton, though. Let's try another inside move here. He cuts down right to the bottom. I tell you, if we're another 3 or 4 inches forward, he'd spin off of our front bumper. That right side is completely used up on that car, but not hurting him a bit as far as his entry and exit's concerned. It don't look like. Washing up a bit, and we have to get out of the throttle to get this thing to pivot. One more lap to go. Let's really press the attack here. And he really drove it in. Let's stick to the bottom. See if we can pivot the car, and already the car's really washing out. Have to give it a ton of wheel. Yeah, we have to make something happen in turn 3 and 4 if we can get this car to turn. Blinks a little bit on the gas, and nope, car just does not turn off the corner. Brandon will get his 8th win of the year. We'll come across in second, but that right front has completely given up for this race. We drove a ton out of it for sure. 3rd place will be William Byron. 4th place, Kevin Harvick. 5th place, Tyler Reddick. 6th place, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 7th place, Kyle Busch. 8th place, Jimmy Johnson. 9th place, Eric Almirola. And rounding out your top 10 is Matt Kenseth. Let's take a look at what brought out the caution as far as Brandon's spin was concerned. That was the restart. That was pit road. So that would have been here at lap 8. And yeah, the car just looked wicked from about the middle on. Yeah, right there it started to pivot. Pivot, 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 pivot. And a flying 360? Nope. 720. But he got it back going. And here comes everyone off the corner. That could have been big with William Byron and Tyler Reddick there. They almost got into each other, and that would have caused an even bigger crash, that is for sure. So let's take a look at the next yellow that came out. Myself and Brandon were running pretty much on the backstretch when it did come out. So it happened this lap, and it happened in turn 3 and 4. Oh, and there it was already. Michael McDowell into the wall. What exactly happened there? Looks like Kurt Busch was involved. Coming down the back straightaway, McDowell is on the inside of Kurt Busch. Oh, and Kurt drives it in the middle of the corner. Gets McDowell loose, and up into the wall he goes. Not a whole lot of damage, but enough to get us reset. So let's take a look at the standings after New Hampshire. Brandon with his 8th win of the year. Austin Dillon is still your cutoff driver. Kurt Busch now a half a race behind. Truex 1 race ahead. Keselowski 1 race out, with Michigan, Watkins Glen, Dover, and Daytona left in the regular season. Of course, anything can change. Truex could, have a series of terrible races. We'll have to see. But that will be in 2 weeks' time. A 2-week break before Michigan. So we'll have to sit on this one and let this one stew for a bit, but that will do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you in 2 weeks for Michigan. Take care.